Hello again, everybody. It's Harry Boxer, the technical trader. It's Thursday, February 18th, and these are the charts of the day. Today, since it's been a few days and because the market looks vulnerable here, especially after the Fed discount rate cut and futures being lower in the aftermarket, looks to me like we may want to look at the short side, and I'm going to go over some of my favorite shorts at this point. From the Boxer shorts list in alphabetical order, General Cable, BGC. As you can see, over the course of May through October, the stock formed sort of a head and shoulders top, broke down, formed a bear flag, made a lower low, had a three-wave recovery rally that reached the top of the declining channel, rolled over hard, formed a little mini bear flag, and they got creamed last week. I think that was Monday actually, before bouncing in a narrow coiling type bear formation. Now, right here is support, and if that breaks, the stock could plunge and plunge quickly. There is some support around 2021. Beneath that, though, the stock could cascade lower down towards the 14 level, my intermediate target. C.H. Robinson also topped in a head and shoulders type formation, rolled over, gap down, and over the last 2 weeks has been forming a bear coil or bear wedge with negative technicals. The stock looks lower. First target around 49, 49.5. But if that gets broken, the stock could reach significantly lower levels, perhaps in the mid-40s, around 43, 44. Cubic Corp finally topped and broke its channel after making a nominal new high in early January, rolled over hard, particularly in early February, bounced to the neckline and is backed off, but it looks rather negative, and I wouldn't be surprised to see the stock down near the 28 level going forward. The EWP, which is the Spain index ETF, rolled over in a head and shoulders top, broke the neckline, got hammered sharply lower early February. Since then, has formed a bear wedge, like several other stocks we've been following. This stock looks like it could stair step its way down to 37.5, 35.5, maybe even 32.3 range. Greif Brothers, GEF, also similarly is topped in a head and shoulders type pattern, broke the neckline near the September support and bounced. Notice the bounce came with rather poor technicals, nothing too exciting, and it's reached the declining moving average and declining tops line. I expect this could roll over if the market gets hammered, retest the lows around 46, and then start to really move lower with an ultimate target near 40. Lumber liquidators had a significant negative session today, dropping 323 or 12.5%. I believe that was post-earnings. As you can see, the stock reached right up at its 50-day moving average and declining tops line, and then cascaded lower today. Now, it did bounce slightly off of the $22 range, which is this rising bottoms line, but if it cracks here, we're looking at 19 and maybe 16.5 going forward. New market looks particularly weak. A mini head and shoulders top after a long rising channel, which was broken right here, resulted in this cascading lower stock that dropped from 111 down to 81 in about 2 weeks. Notice the bear flag since then, negative technicals. Although there's maybe potentially some more upside if the market does collapse, I expect this to as well. 75 and then 65 are my targets. Polo Ralph Lauren, appears to have broken hard a week and a half ago and has formed a bear flag since, rising back up to the declining moving averages and channel top, and could cascade lower rather quickly. If it rolls over here, I would be looking for something around 71.2 zone at the bottom of the channel, and eventually something around the mid-60s. SAP, the software company, appears to have broken its channel, topped, kissed the trend line, rolled over, took out the neckline, and although it bounced a little bit in the last couple of days, has very, very negative technicals. Looks like this one could move lower. My target's 39.5 and then 35. Scripps Network, SNI, broke this sharply rising channel. Got hammered last week, bounced to form a little mini bear flag here, but looks lower, 36.5, my initial target, followed by something in the low 30s. Syntel, SYNT, also broke the channel. Here, snap back, formed a bear wedge, broke lower, remains in a declining channel, has recently moved back up, but looks negative, and I'm anticipating additional downside that gets this down around 29 and then 27, perhaps even as low as 23 ultimately. And lastly is TLVT. If I can get to it. System's kind of hung up here. There it is. TLVT also had a really dramatically strong rising channel from 7 to 40, nearly 42, but rolled over, hit support and bounced, failed at the 21-day moving average as it was rolling over, came down hard and formed a little bear flag in here. I'm anticipating lower levels with support around 28.5, the first stop, second stop around 26, perhaps even lower. But there's some ideas for you for this week and for the next week or two going forward should we get a declining market for several days or even a few weeks.